It's Gary Gilmour, his second over of the day to Amos. Well bowled, and that's out. What a good delivery. The in-swinger, and umpire Constant satisfied. Amos on the back foot, it was going to hit the leg stump. And so Amos is gone for 2, and England 2 for 1.
The first half of that 75 was the very first World Cup of 75. And we got through to the semi-final at Headingley, where an extraordinary game against for the one day.
So it's Dennis Lilly beginning a new over from the Kirkstall Lane end to Barrywood. Firm looking shot, wide of McCosker. And Barrywood getting off the mark. Lilly to Wood. And Rossop was failing to cut that off. He might just have dropped a finger on it. It looks like 4 runs on a very fast outfield. Look at Dennis Lilly.
I think the most surprising thing of the play so far is that they're using the same wicket as they used for the last match here, which is something quite remarkable. Big expanse of middle here and having to use the same wicket again. And he's bowled him. And Gilmour having a fantastic start here. Really has looked the better of the 2 bowlers. Swung that ball in late, he's moved a few away. And England's second wicket going down with the score on 11. The man they were looking to see him away is the one departing now, Barrywood.
That's a good shot. 4 runs just in front of square. Timed that perfectly.
And that's a brilliant catch, a beautiful catch by Marsh, taking it almost out of Ian Chappell's hands. I doubt very much whether Ian Chappell will be very pleased about it, but relieved that Marshy managed to stick hold of it. So all 3 have fallen to Gilmour. The outswinger moving away there. Gregg falling for the trap. And he's out. The 3rd wicket's down at 26. And Tony Gregg's out for 7. That's a friendly full pitch to get him away, but nicely clipped through mid-on, took advantage of it. It's racing down the hill for 4 runs. So just about the first loose ball from Gilmour there.
So Frank Hayes. He's out, no shot. Well, that's a sad way to go. A 4th wicket for Gary Gilmour. What a spell this man is having. And England are 33 for 4. And poor Frank Hayes is gone for 4.
There's another one whipping through, and he's out. Keith Fletcher, LBW. 5th wicket for Gary Gilmour. Left arm over the wicket, this ball ducking into him.
And he's out, another one gone. Alan Knott out for naught. 35 for 6, and Gilmour's 6th wicket for 10 runs in a quite dramatic opening spell. 35 then for 6. That's out. Greg Chappell, 2nd slip, old flashing. So another one gone, 37 for 7, and the innings apparently rapidly running to its end. Chris Old caught Greg Chappell, bowled Max Walker for naught, and Max Walker's first victim of the day. It's Max Walker to John Snow, hits him high over the top of the gullies, safely between Gully and Turner at third man. Hits him high over the top of the gullies, safely between Gully and Turner at third man. Inverness getting that through the gap. It went before, or will it? No. Jeff Thompson. We've taken 3.
That's a fine shot, 4 runs over the top of cover point. So the first time we've seen Lilly try to dig one in. For bringing the 50 up for England and moves Denness into double figures, the first Englishman to reach it. Marsh doing the fielding. Carl Constant signalling the leg by. So another extra going on the total. And that's out, caught behind. John Snow on his way without waiting for the umpire's decision, so Dennis Lilly breaking through, breaking a little stubborn partnership there. And a catch down the leg side by Marsh, 52 for 7. And Mike Dennis, the only man to get into double figures. Well, he'll pick up a couple of runs for that, but that too, not the most convincing of little forward pushes. Found the outside edge, brings 2. So Ian Chappell calling in the extra slip now. Doug Walters coming in from mid-off, leaving the offside fairly open now for Mike Dennis. 2 slips and 2 gullies. And Edwards, again, the one man in front on the offside. That's not really a chance. I think it might have just clipped the tips of his fingers, couldn't go down as a chance. So Dennis gets a couple of runs to third man. But once again, he's a long way from it. Seems that this will possibly be the last over before lunch, which will have meant that the Australians have bowled 29 overs in the first 2 hours. An all-pace attack in this match, no mallet. England omitting Underwood. With a pitch ball and no mid-off, so no problem in driving that through. Ross Edwards chasing it, just cut it off inside the boundary. And Dennis able to take 3 runs. As good a shot as anybody's played this morning. Plenty of time to force it away. And so Arnold happy to take 1. Has bowled him. So full justification then for Walker to bowl at that top end. Clean bowl in Dennis. England on 73 for 9, and the England captain top score with 27. Comprehensively beaten and bowled there by Walker. Arnold facing Thompson. It's an edge shot. It's gone right through for 4 runs. One of those awkward ones for second slip to take, pitching just in front of him and never quite sure whether it's going to bounce conveniently or whether it's going to go along the ground. Max Walker to Jeff Arnold. Another fine ball. A very streaky ball, that one coming back sharply, lifting inside edge, beating Marsh behind. Edwards in the covers. And certainly that was deserving of a few more runs. Beautifully middle. And that's out. He's given him out LBW. Umpires have been very busy here today. 4 decisions given by Constant, an LBW decision given there by Bill Alley, and that completes the England innings. Peter Lever, LBW to Max Walker.
And there is the lamentable English card. Mike Deness, the captain, top scorer with 27. Geoffrey Arnold batting very presentably, not out 18, and extras coming in as 3rd highest scorer in the innings. The damage done by Gilmour when 6 were down for 35, and when he came off after 12 overs, 6 for 14 in a memorably good spell of left-arm bowling. Max Walker also excellent bowling, 3 for 22. Whereupon, we all very wisely told ourselves that England hadn't scored enough, nothing like enough, and it could be, of course, an Australian cakewalk. Indeed, it looked a pretty easy occupation to start with. But all of a sudden, when the score got into double figures, Snow ripped one in against McCosker, and this is how it looked. Oh, well bowled. Really putting something into that one, getting a bit of extra bounce. It wasn't all that short, and it was still going up when it hit Alan Knott's gloves. And he's given him out. He's given him out. So Turner is out, LBW for 7. And Arnold has struck the first blow for England. Australia 17 for 1.
That's beaten Wood this time. It's Lever chasing it round from 3rd man. 2 more there to McCosker. Still John Snow. What a good ball. Had no luck at all there, John Snow. He's beaten all 3 batsmen on and outside the off stump repeatedly. That one getting quickly through Ian Chappell there. And that must be close. Yes, that goes the finger. No doubt at all. He's threatened to get through Ian Chappell playing back like that. That one skidded, kept a little bit low, right in front, and no hesitation at all. So John Snow taking the wicket he so fully deserved there, that of the Australian captain Ian Chappell, the 2nd man out for Australia with the score on 24. It's a good shot, chanced his arm a little bit, lifted it, but got it away safely wide of John Snow. It's running up the hill, out of reach of John Snow. And Craig Chappell underway with a lofted on drive for 4. On the face of it, a very comfortable task for the Australians. They require only 62 more runs and have got 8 wickets in hand. And although there is still a certain amount of life and movement in this pitch, nothing like the movement we saw early this morning. And that's got through again and is out. John Snow struck again. That's the 2nd Chappell brother that goes. And John Snow really hurried off the pitch, that one. 32 for 3. And Greg, by far, I think, their best batsman, following brother Ian into the pavilion. So he's out for 4, Australia, 32 for 3, and this is a great fight back by England. McCosker looking fairly solid at this point. Always some doubt that he might be in trouble with the moving ball in England. Came fairly late on the scene for Australia. And he made his presence felt last year. He's 28 now. And that's not very young for an Australian to make a first tour. And he bowled it! Oh, what a catch. So this game really beginning to boil up now. Australia 32 for 4. McCosker's gone. And the crowd, the jubilant crowd, think they might be in here for a thrilling finish. So local boy, hero here, Chris Old, taking the wicket of McCosker. Clean bowling him with a score on 32, of which McCosker had made 15. Old to Edwards. And he bowled it! Great performance! And the crowd going mad, and Australia 32 for 5. And Edwards has gone without scoring. What a game of cricket this is. Chris Old 2 for 5 now. And the game thrown wide open. And just look at those people. The faces there speak for themselves. The faces of the spectators, and there's almost a smile coming out of Chris Old there. 32 for 5. Whoever would have believed this? Well, he's in a little bit of a quandary here now, whether he's going to try and play his way out of this trouble that Australia found themselves in, or whether he can hit his way out. To maintain a offside attack. Well, that's the way the field is set. 3 slips in the gully. John Snow coming into the left-hander. And a beautiful ball. Almost an identical score to England's earlier in the day. They were 35 for 5. Then, of course, they went 35 for 6 and 37 for 7. And that's the sort of answer given by Rodney Marsh. Middled it away to third man. He'll take 2 as Arnold Fields. Despairing swing to leg there by Rod Marsh. The ball just clipping the off stump. And Chris Old has taken 3 wickets in 8 balls. What a remarkable game of cricket. 39 for 6 Australia score stands at, as Gary Marsh in turn departs back into the pavilion.
You know, we got bowled out for 90 odd, and we had them something like 30 foot.
Old to Gilmour. Runs there, Dinesh chasing it. Still won't go through to the boundary. This outfield immensely quick here, and it's remarkable to note that there's only been 7 boundaries here all day today. 6 scored by England and only 1 by Australia so far. And their score now of 41 for 6, out of which Chris Old has got figures of 3 for 9 off 4 overs. Just wide of Tony Greig. My word, the extra slip would have been handy there. No possible chance even for the tall Tony Greig there. It's a good, firm, solid blow there by Gilmour. No doubt about that one. Over-pitch ball, a half volley, and very nicely put away through mid-off. So that boundary bringing up the 50 for Australia. to give any singles away at all. It's such a tight situation. John Snow beaten by a little bit of rough ground. 3 slips for the left-handed Gilmour as Snow moves in. First time he's faced him. And that's gone through off the edge. He's found the gap between third slip and second slip. Perfectly bisected, gets 4 runs. Certainly Gilmour's day here today. He's found the gap again. Safely down to third man. Arnold's the fielder. John Snow taking both sweaters. This knowledgeable crowd fully aware that that's the 12 overs completed. He can come back no more. On finishing off, an excellent spell there. 12 overs, 2 for 30 for John Snow.
In his spell of bowling, John Snow took 2 for 30.
So all the time, Australia creeping nearer here, wanting 94, now on 67 for 6. It's a good shot. That's 4 runs. And that's chasing it, but the ball gathering pace on the outfield. Good firm blow there by Gilmour. Sufficient there to move a slip out. Put the extra man in the offside. In fact, 2 slips going out now. Greg moving into the gully. Cover point, extra cover mid-off. For the first time, Denness having to relax his attacking field. He still found the gap. Stroked nicely through the offside by Gilmour. And these match-winning runs here. Another boundary. So with the score moving on to 75 now, it means Australia with 4 wickets in hand are only 19 runs away from moving on to Lords on Saturday. That's now dropped it. Chance there to Tony Greig, a difficult one, but the chances that really must be accepted. Went quickly off the bat of Gilmour, in and out of Tony Greig's hands. So Arnold coming back into the attack in place of Chris Old. 6 overs, 6 fine overs with a new ball, 1 for 7. That's more like the true Walters, half volley on the leg stump, clipped beautifully through mid-on for 4. Walters not really been in true form, but along with partner Gilmour now, surely going to see Australia home. Arnold from the Kirkstall lane end to Walters. Beautiful shot. Vintage shot there from Doug Walters. Fractionally short of a length and powered away through the covers off the back foot. Hurrying through, Walters scampering for the single. The single going to bring Australia victory here in the semi-final of this Prudential Cup. And Gilmour, the man who made it all possible, 6 wickets for 14 runs in a brilliant early spell of bowling, then coming into bat in a critical situation when Australia were really up against it. 94 for 6. The Max Walker stand there could well be christened the Gary Gilmour stand after that.
So what a day Gary Gilmour had. Not out 28, playing his natural game, and Jeff Stollmeyer not very pushed, I think, to declare him man of the match. The English bowlers doing their captain proud. John Snow 2 for 30, Old 3 for 29, and Jeff Arnold 1 for 18. A win for Australia by 4 wickets.
People